guys, Josh from FilmNation here, and today I'm going to be talking about a movie called Hush. Now this movie is directed by Mike Flanagan and stars Kate Sagal and John Gallagher. And this movie basically is all about this girl who's deaf and a mute. You find out why in the movie, I won't go into it, but basically she's isolated in the woods, in her own home. She's an author, and basically there's this killer who's outside, who's trying to stalk her and toy with her and trying to get into her house to finish her off. And this is a really grounded, really good movie. It knew exactly what it was. I thought it was amazing. Now, if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you should know that I absolutely hate horror movies and thriller movies because normally you don't give a shit about the characters when they die, or even about the characters in general. They never have a good story. They never have a fucking good story. This one, I was really invested in the girl character, Kate Sagal's character in this movie. She was deaf, she was mute. It made it very interesting. It made it so, you were always on the edge of your seat, like, oh my god, not knowing what's going to happen next. And that's something that I really took away from this movie and really enjoyed, actually. Now, I don't know if in the theaters they had subtitles for when she's talking in sign language. I gotta say, I watched it online, so there was no subtitles, but it actually added a little bit more to the movie. So if that's the way they have it in the theaters, kudos to the director, because, well, I find it, the more simple it is, the better it is. And just not knowing what she was saying with the sign language kind of added to you wanting to know more about her character, because it makes you kind of pay attention to how she's delivering what she's saying to people, in order to find out what she wants or what she means, kind of thing. And you're able to get a good grasp on that. And so I found the fact that she's deaf and mute not really slowing down the story or making it hard for someone to understand, just her communicating. And I really enjoyed that because they made it very simple and easy for people to really get what was going on. It's a very simple story, which I really enjoyed too. It's not too crazy. It's kind of nice to just sit back and watch a very easygoing, well, not easygoing, but a very simply plotted movie that is enjoyable. Now, what I really liked about this movie is the fact that the female character actually, she gets she keeps getting broken down and coming back up, and then broken down and coming back up, and then broken down and coming back up. And it's like it's about her really, I don't know if it's about her redeeming herself, but she's like a survivalist. Like, you could almost picture her being like a Tomb Raider kind of deal, because just the way that she goes out of her way to survive the situation that she's in. She improvises with tools. She has to patch herself up at moments, and it's very good. I was so invested in the girl character. It was fantastic, and I really enjoyed the fact that she was deaf and mute. It really made it interesting. I don't know, like, not only did it make it interesting, but like, I've literally never seen that in a movie before. So the fact that she was deaf and having someone break into her house is super original. And it like, just this thing, imagine that you're deaf and then you notice that someone's breaking into your house. Like, how would you react to that? You can't hear them. You can't talk on the phone. Like, and this movie does a really good job at that, actually, at lining out the fact that she has a lot of struggles because she's deaf and mute. But they also show her overcoming those obstacles, which is really cool too, because it shows that she's overcoming the fact that she's deaf and mute in order to survive. And I really enjoy just the thought, just the idealism behind that is just really strong. And for a female character, it's so cool to see. Not only that, the director did a very good job at putting this movie together. I thought that there's a lot of, like, it's not a very scary movie, but like, it really gets your heart pumping. Like, I was always on this tip of my seat, like, as I said before. So like, just the fact that this director was able to do that was amazing. Like, just the scenes in the movie, you would like see something, like a little thing move, and you'd be like, oh fuck, like he's there, but then he'd be somewhere else, and it's like, holy shit, like, oh, that's so awesome. I thought the way the movie ended was fantastic as well. I'm not going to give too much away, but a lot of horror movies and thrillers have fucking shitty endings, and this one had a very good one, and that's why I want to say this. Go watch this movie. This movie was absolutely fantastic. Not only did they have all those good things I talked about before, but my favorite thing about this movie was the fact that they kind of lay out, they don't lay out, they literally show you and then allow you to hear just various ways on her thought process. It goes into her mind, and like it allows you to see how someone who's deaf and mute is thinking this way through and thinking how to get out of this situation. I don't want to give too much away, but it's really enjoyable to watch. This movie as a whole I thought was very enjoyable, very fresh and very original. I want to say I'd give this movie a solid B+. It's not an A+ movie because obviously it's a thriller and a horror movie, so it's not like a it's so good. But like I found it really enjoyable. I highly suggest you go watch this movie if you're into thrillers and horrors, and if you get that. But anywho, yeah guys, this is a solid B+ movie. Go watch it. I love your faces, FilmNation. Make sure you go and follow me all over social media because we're all friends and I like to talk to you guys. So yeah, make sure you leave a comment below on what you thought about this movie, if you liked it or you didn't, and tell me your reasons why, because I totally want to hear and communicate with you about your thoughts. And guys, I love your faces, FilmNation. Take care. Have a good one.